Alright, so hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So for today's video I am going to be doing, if you haven't already guessed by the title and the thumbnail, pretty obvious, but this is going to be my beauty favourites. So hair care, skin care, just general beauty products. Basically things that I have on repeat, I repurchase, or there's actually one particular set of items which I am yet to run out of, but I know that I'll repurchase it as soon as I do. Just things that I have noticed that have really helped with my hair, my skin, just stuff like that. So I'm not going to do a very long-winded intro, we're going to get right into it and I'm going to share with you my beauty favourites. So I'm going to start off with hair care because I've got, I think the most products are to do with hair care. So I'm going to start with those ones and I'm going to kind of go in the order that you would use them. So if you followed me for a while, if you know my channel, if you know me, you will know that I harp on about these products over and over and over again, and I do so for a very good reason, and it is the hair syrups. I've been using these for, I want to say, I started using hair syrup in December and my hair was literally here, and my hair has grown so much using these. And essentially the ones that I use are the Rosemary and the Vitamin C Me. They're a pre-wash syrup, so you put them in before you wash your hair. You can put them in like an hour before, or sometimes I like to sit in with them overnight. Other times I use them to slick back my hair, just whatever you're feeling like. But the Rosemary one is specifically for helping your hair grow. They also have another one called Rapunzel, which is also great for hair growth. But Rosemary is my favourite for hair growth. And then I use the Vitamin C Me one just to try and nourish the ends of my hair, because my hair has been so over damaged and bleached and all sorts that my hair was in a right state. It's not in perfect condition just yet, but it is a hell of a lot better. The Vitamin C Me one has to be my favourite smelling one. It smells like oranges. I originally actually found these on TikTok. So I've always been very like skeptical about TikTok Shop. I don't know why, I just kind of thought it was a big scam, but as it turns out, proper businesses do sell on there. So Vitamin C, Rosemary, hair syrups, absolute favourite. Pre-wash syrups, would not go without these. So next I'm moving on to actually being in the shower. This shampoo and conditioner was actually recommended to me by a hairdresser. As it turned out, the hairdresser themselves, we didn't have a very good time, but the products that I did recommend are 100% on it. So these are the L'Oreal Professional Vitamino Colour Resveratrol. These are basically the pink bottles. I've got the shampoo and the conditioner. These again just leave your hair feeling like salon quality. You know when you've left the hairdressers and your hair is like abnormally soft? These are the answer. However, they're not on the cheap side. One thing that I did learn from these ones is a lot of people have said that you can get them cheaper from other places. However, unless you get them from a reputable hairdressing kind of place like Sally's, which is where I got mine, if you find them cheaper, then quite often they're not actually the real thing. They do cost around £40 per bottle. It makes me cringe even just saying that. But the size of them, when we think about, this is where I start to apply girl math for things like this, right? The size of these have lasted me, gosh, I can't even remember when I was recommended these. I'm gonna have to look, hang on, because I need a proper representation of how long these have lasted so far. Okay, so I actually started using these at the beginning of August. And like I say, I'm not even halfway through them. Just for context, I wash my hair around 2 to 3 times a week, depending on what I'm doing, whether I've got any events on, etc, etc. But 2 to 3 times a week, and like I say, there is still a hefty bit left in these. So if you think about the cost per use, or if you think about just how long they're generally lasting, the price of them is actually quite decent. They are 1,500 mils in this one and 750 mils in this one. I don't know how big regular shampoos are. I don't think, well, they're definitely not this big, the ones that you can buy from Boots, etc. In terms of pricing, yes, they seem like a big investment, but they will last. And it probably ends up working out the same for you having to, instead of having to go out and rebuy the smaller bottles of a lesser quality item. I would definitely recommend these if you've got damaged, brittle, over bleached hair. These are great. Now to go with that, he also recommended this hair treatment. So this is the L'Oreal Professional Pro Longer Mask. So this one again was more on the expensive side. I'll pop I'll pop links for everything in the description if you're interested in going and purchasing them, but the price of this was, again, more expensive. I do use this every single time I wash my hair. Essentially, I wash my hair twice with the shampoo. I'll pop this in, I'll leave it on for like 5 minutes whilst I do something else, maybe shave my legs, or I'll find something to do in the shower to wait for this. And then after that, I'll pop the conditioner on as well. And surprisingly, it doesn't really weigh my hair down. Sometimes with conditioners, it does tend to like weigh your hair down and feel a bit like almost greasy. These don't. But again, I use this every single time that I go in the shower. I've used this again since I bought it in the beginning of August, and I've got that much left still. So I'm going pretty good with it. And it smells amazing. It smells like the hairdressers, which is what I absolutely love about it. The shampoo, conditioner, this smells like the hairdressers. Leaves your hair feeling like you've been to the hairdressers. Couldn't recommend enough. Next, I'm moving on to, once I've got out the shower and before I'm drying my hair, I'll use this leave-in conditioner as well, which is a naughty intensive care leave-in conditioner. Literally use a pea-sized amount on my hair, and it just, yeah, it's specifically for frizzy and damaged hair, so anything that says that, I need it. But yeah, you can get these from places like TK Maxx, Superdrug, something like that. They're relatively inexpensive. It's just something to leave on once you've kind of done the initial work in the shower, just something to leave on for it to be continually nice. And then once my hair's dry, I'll then use an oil, which is this one, which is the Wella Oil Reflections Light Luminous Reflective Oil. And this actually makes my hair feel really nice and shiny and silky, and yeah, I really like this. And I don't just pop this on after I've dried my hair. I'll pop this on like every day, just give it a quick thing, and again, it doesn't weigh it down. So would recommend this if you are interested in a good hair oil. I think this is around £12, so it's not like overly expensive, but it's not the cheaper end, so it's kind of like mid-range, I would call that. But yeah, Wella hair oil, that's what it looks like, and I would recommend it. Next, I'm going to move on to a couple of my skincare favourites. Now, I quite regularly show my skincare on my YouTube videos, etc. So you may have already seen these. I'm not going to go through my whole skincare routine because I kind of feel like that some of it kind of needs a little bit of tweaking. I've got my products which I like, but there are some things which I feel like I probably need to change up. I'm still kind of experimenting, trying to find the right products for my skin. But the cleanser that I'm using at the minute is the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I actually bought this in the Amazon, was it Prime Day? I think they had a huge sale on, and I thought, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna try it out, and honestly, couldn't recommend enough. Again, smells weirdly amazing. It's like a spa. Yeah, and I'm really running out of this one. Luckily, I just got some more from my auntie for my birthday, which I'm very grateful for. But it's really nice, gets all of your makeup off and just feels like you've had like a really deep clean on your skin, got all your makeup off, got all the dirt and everything. I do tend to double cleanse with this as well, so I'll use it to remove my makeup on my eyes and things, and then I'll wash that off, and then I'll cleanse again with it just to make sure there's no like makeup or dirt or anything left over. It does come with like a little muslin cloth, but to be honest, the muslin cloth I don't really use because it just doesn't last and it gets dirty. It's white. Like personally, I've got, I think, a pink cloth and a grey cloth that I kind of alternate between one being in the wash and one being in use. Yeah, personally I don't use the cloth that comes with it because it just gets dirty and covered in makeup with it being white. But yeah, 100% recommend this. Makes my skin feel really, really nice. And then the second skincare favourite of mine, which I will repurchase over and over and over again, is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. You've probably already heard about this from everyone. This is, I can't even describe it. It is magic. It is literal magic. I've never had a moisturiser that was so lightweight but then also so hydrating and just made my skin look really, really like hydrated, like I say. However, there is a couple of people who commented a while ago saying that another company, who is it, that do like a dupe of it and it's supposed to be really good. Revolution? Is it Revolution? I'll have to look at it and I'll let you know. And I don't know whether to try that one or not because I'm so set on this one being so good that what's going on outside? Oh, it's the bin men. Can you hear that? My skin is quite sensitive to change, so if I have a skincare routine that my skin agrees with, when I start switching things up, that's when my skin barrier starts to break down. I get like this horrendous dry patch just under here, which is like really itchy and horrible. So I tend to try and stick to the things that I know are good and that my skin agrees with. So I will probably continue to repurchase this one. I'm not sure whether to try the dupe or not. I don't know. Again, price wise, it's not the cheapest, I won't lie. However, I use this very sparingly. Very, very sparingly. I have a literal dab, 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 and then I make that spread. So I'm not caking it on by any means because it is quite expensive. Quite expensive, very expensive. But it does last quite a while. I find this will probably last me a good like 2 months maybe. And sometimes I just think with skincare, especially because you've only got one skin, I feel like getting the right skincare is worth investing in. That's my justification for why I go and spend money on my skincare, because, and it's the same with hair care, I kind of feel like you get what you pay for in terms of how well things work. Those are my skincare favourites. A little, not skincare, but not skincare, still beauty, is false tan. So I absolutely used to love was it Be Perfect Cosmetics Jacqueline Josser 1 Hour Express Tan. That was my go-to. I loved it. Still do love the colour, but this one has overtaken it. I was actually gifted this from Isle of Paradise. For me personally, I'm very, very picky when it comes to false tans. I'm very unsure when certain brands will reach out and say, we have a false tan, do you want to try it? I'm a bit iffy with it. I don't know what changed my mind about this one, but there was just something about the things that they promised on the bottle that I thought, you know what, we'll give it a go. I'll do it on a weekend where I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'll do it on the Friday, and then I've got to like the Monday for it to like fade down a bit if it's horrendous. But this one is the Isle of Paradise Express Self Tanning Mousse with colour correcting actives to even skin tone. Hello 30-minute glow. And I was like, 30 minutes? Are we sure? 30 minutes? 30 minutes! 30 minutes. That's all you need if you want a lovely glow. Personally, I do leave it on for around 45, just because I like to have a slightly deeper tan. It's the same with most tans. The longer you leave it on, the darker you'll go. But this, honestly, when it says that it evens your skin tone, I'm not even kidding. Like, my face will be the best even skin tone that it's been. I don't know how they do it, I really don't, but honestly, like, when I wake up and I look in the mirror and I've got this false tan on, just like all my under eye coloration and everything's been evened out, everything just looks stunning, like absolutely stunning, and then my makeup as a result goes on brilliantly. This, I think you can also get this from Superdrug as well. I've repurchased this a couple of times since I got gifted the original bottle. It is, however, one of those ones that you do have to wait to see the results. So don't expect it to be one that you can put on just before a night out and then go and you'll just be tanned. I will usually put it on like the day before I'm doing something, or the morning of, to be fair. Put it on, leave it for 30 to 45 minutes, wash it off, and it'll look like the whole thing has disappeared, and you'll think, what the hell's going on? I've just spent this annoying amount of time false tanning and it's all disappeared down the drain. Well, it actually hasn't. It will then develop over the next 8 hours. So if you've got something to do on like an evening, do it in the morning or the night before, and then a few hours later you'll have this lovely, lovely glow. So yes, absolute favourite false tan. And then finally, I'm going to talk about my perfume. I have never received so many compliments as when I started wearing this perfume. A little bit of history about me and my perfume preferences. So I've kind of like not really been into perfumes. Like, I've had perfumes that I've worn because I think that they're supposed to smell nice and that I smell nice with them on, but then for ages I just kind of thought, I don't really like what I'm smelling. Like, not that it smelled bad, but like I wasn't like smelling the perfume and thinking, oh, that's really, really nice. So I went into the perfume shop and I said, I'm looking for a completely new perfume. I don't have any ideas about what anything smells like. She went through loads and loads of different samples with me, and we ended up concluding with the Versace Crystal Noir. I have never had so many compliments as when I wear this. I do have other perfumes that I wear more like day-to-day things, but for like evening and nighttime, just, yeah, and this lasts all day. So I usually will spritz them on both of my wrists and then a little bit behind my ears. That's all I need. It'll last literally all day, all night, whatever you want it to last to, and people will smell it and say, wow, you smell good. Or that's how I've that's the experience I've had anyway. I'm just obsessed with it and I will continue to repurchase this over and over and over again. With perfumes, I kind of feel like it adds to kind of your characteristics and your personality of when you walk into a room. Smelling good is one of the things that I think people notice a lot about someone. So having a favourite perfume on, for me, boosts my confidence because I know I smell good. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, would recommend this 100 times over. I'm not going anywhere, but I just want it on. So yeah. But that does bring me to the end of this beauty favourites video. I hope that you've enjoyed it and that you've maybe found a few products that you want to buy. Like I say, everything is linked in the description if you want to go and check them out. Let me know what your favourite products are, anything that you think that I should try, and yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, go hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Baby, let me love you.